and he talked us through in layman's terms how he thinks this fight might play out. Take a listen.
Lomachenko and Lopez is such an interesting fight because we know that Lomachenko is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, but we also know and fully aware that he's boxing outside of his original weight class. He's got somebody like Lopez, young, fast, and big for the weight, so the physical attributes are definitely an interesting one, and we're yet to see where Teofimo Lopez's ceiling is. So we're going to go through some of the keys to victory for Lomachenko and also for Teofimo Lopez for their upcoming fight. And I've got one of the fighters that I coach, Lee McGregor here, British and Commonwealth champion, to help me demonstrate. One of the keys to Lomachenko's game is his non-punching activity. He describes it as getting his opponent to play to his music. He's got his opponent in front of him and he's constantly asking questions. It's almost like a vocal conversation. He's probing, he's adjusting distance, he's giving them a different head slot. They've then got to make a decision because if they throw a shot and I adjust distance, he makes them overreach, he can then make them pay. He can spin off around the side if they're committing. He can push them back with it if they're not sure what to do, and they're constantly, whatever decision they make, if they step back, he increases the tempo and increases the pace. If they throw a shot and try to counter, he's going to make them pay, and if they sit and wait, with all the non-punching activities thrown there, timing off so he can be first and get a safe entry. Lomachenko's an extremely intelligent fighter. He's always the one that's in control of the pace, where the fight takes place, how the fight takes place, when exchanges happen. When you're the one in control in those areas of a fight, you're in control of the fight. Lomachenko is known for his shifts, and in this fight it could play an important factor. Teofimo Lopez likes to poise himself in the shoulder roll guard and in the shoulder roll position. If he gives this look to Lomachenko, it's going to be easy for Lomachenko. He's taking away his own hook. It's going to be very easy for Lomachenko to get round the side, take away the left hook and right hand of Teofimo Lopez and get a safe entry into his attacks. Lastly, for Lomachenko, it's important that he doesn't lose sight of why he's having success, and the non-punching activity is key to that. So if he's just walked straight in, he's going to be a target there for Teofimo just to time him straight on. As discussed, the non-punching activity, the adjustment of distance, the different head slots makes it hard for the opponent to time him and punch with him. But if he just walks straight in, boom, he's going to be there to be hit. Or he steps straight in with a shot, boom, he's going to be there to hit. So it's important that he keeps his non-punching activity up, doesn't get complacent, as we saw against Linares, and doesn't walk straight in. Previously against Linares, seen Lomachenko take that moment of switching off, get a little bit complacent, and he ended up getting dropped. Now, if Teofimo lands that shot, is it a different outcome? It's a huge, huge step up for Teofimo Lopez. He's not been in the ring with anybody like Lomachenko. If he's completely bewildered by Lomachenko's IQ and can't match it at all, it could very quickly turn into a one-sided fight. We discussed about Lomachenko and the non-punching activity. For Teofimo Lopez, it's going to be important for him to have an answer to that non-punching activity. So if Lomachenko's here, he's doing his probing, he's doing his non-punching activity. Teofimo needs to give some form of non-punching activity back. Something we saw Salido do was level changes. He threatened as though he was going to go to the body, but from this position, I can shoot upstairs, I can shoot downstairs and come back upstairs, and he's going to then ask a question of Lomachenko, are you going to step back, are you going to throw? He's then forcing Lomachenko to make a decision. We partially spoke about Teofimo Lopez liking to go into the shoulder roll stance against Lomachenko, but from here he likes to pick shots. He likes to, as opponents are throwing at him, he likes to try and catch them from the shoulder roll stance, but it's giving Lomachenko an option to get round the outside. In this fight, if he gives more of a conventional guard and Lomachenko's doing this and tries to get round the outside, he can still able to throw. He's still got the option to bring his left hand into play. He can take his head down, but I think it's important that he throws to where Lomachenko's going, not where he is. Lopez needs to push Lomachenko back, make Lomachenko exchange and throw when he doesn't want to throw, and effectively have Lomachenko playing to his music. Then he can start working with and punching with Lomachenko and bring his physical attributes into the fight. So lastly, for Teofimo Lopez, one of the advantages he's got going into this fight is his physical attributes. Potentially they should be a weight category or two apart. and he needs to bring that into the fight. And one of the ways I see him being able to bring that into the fight is in the clinch. Going back again to the Salido fight with Lomachenko, it was something that Salido was able to do. When they got into a clinch, Salido would have his head in position, his hips back. He's then able to work from here. He can punch out and force Lomachenko into exchanges when Lomachenko didn't want to exchange. And that could be a key for Teofimo in this fight.
That's my reaction. That's my reaction to that. That's why you're here, Rain Man.